Assalamualaikum. Okay, in this video I'm going to explain to you the tax relief for resident individual, okay, using the year assessment 2021. So for this semester we're going to use the year assessment of 2021 because the year 2022 is not yet completed. Alright, so let's have a look at the item one by one. We start with the personal deductions. Okay, so under the personal deduction, the individual or the taxpayer is eligible to make a claim for the individual or dependent relative, okay, for himself, alright, amounted to 9,000. So the tax relief ni is the pengecualian cukai untuk diri sendiri, okay, sebanyak 9,000 ringgit. And then if the individual is disabled individual ataupun disabled taxpayer, so he will get additional, alright, so additional 6,000, so which will amounted to 9 plus 6,000, okay, equals 15,000 relief for disabled individual or disabled taxpayer. Okay, next, if the taxpayer has a husband or wife or the spouse and they are doing the joint assessment, okay, only for joint assessment can claim for husband, wife or payment of alimony to the former wife, alright. So he can claim the tax relief amounted to 4,000 for the wife, alright. So if the husband is the taxpayer, so he can claim the tax relief for the wife, okay, amounted to 4,000. And okay, if the wife or the spouse is disabled husband or wife, so he can claim the additional. So this one is the additional 5,000 ringgit if the spouse is disabled spouse, okay, so amounted to 9,000 if the spouse is disabled. Okay, next, under the personal deduction, the taxpayer can claim the tax relief for education fees for him or herself. Okay, please take note that this is not applicable for the children. Okay, only for self, for the individual, for the taxpayer, amounted to RM 7,000 ringgit. So this one is applicable for the taxpayer who is furthering studies into diploma and above. Okay, so let's say diploma, bachelor's program, or master's program, or PhD program. Alright, so please take note that this also include upskilling and enhancement course for any fields recognized by the Director of General of Skill Development. So this one, so if the taxpayer involved in the upskilling enhancement, okay, and have to pay the fees for that courses, so there is also tax relief restricted to 1,000. Alright. Alright, next item under the category of lifestyle, medical and equipment related. Okay, so the taxpayer can claim the tax relief for the domestic travel expenses up to 1,000. So 1,000 ni including accommodation. Okay, the accommodation must be registered with MOTAC. Alright, also include the fee entrance to the tourist attraction center. Alright, so the list of hotel that listed with MOTAC, okay, can be checked under the MOTAC on the MOTAC website. Alright. Next, for the medical treatment, special needs and carer expenses for parents. Okay, so for parents, you can claim the tax relief for medical treatment, special needs and carer up to 8,000. And then for the basic supporting equipment for disabled self, spouse, child or parent. So if let's say you are buying or the taxpayer buying the wheelchair, okay, for the self ataupun for the spouse or for child, for parent, so the maximum claim for the basic supporting equipment is 6,000 ringgit. Okay, next for the lifestyle, okay, the lifestyle tax relief is 2,500 including the purchase of reading materials such as textbooks, magazines, newspaper, okay, including also the purchase of computer, tablet or smartphone, okay, including the payment for the internet subscription, including the purchase of sports equipment and gymnasium membership. So altogether of the lifestyle relief equals 2,500. Alright, so please take note, in 2021 there is additional 2,500 ringgit okay, relief, okay, for the purchase of computer, tablet and smartphone. All right, and there is also additional lifestyle relief of 500 ringgit, okay, related to sports activities such as purchase of sports equipment, rental or entrance fee to any sports facility, registration fee for any sports competition. Alright, so this one is only applicable for year 2021. Alright, next, the purchase of breastfeeding equipment amounted to 1,000 ringgit. So please take note, this is only applicable or restricted to female taxpayer. Alright, so if the man or the male taxpayer claiming for the wife, okay, cannot. Alright, only applicable to the female taxpayer. Okay, next, it's only applicable for a child aged 2 years old and below, and then the deduction is allowed once in every 2 years of assessment. So maksudnya boleh selang setahun lah. Okay, you cannot claim for the breastfeeding equipment every year. Alright, next item, the medical expenses for serious disease. Alright, so this one is applicable for self, spouse or child. Alright, so serious disease ni termasuklah macam kidney problem, okay, ada treatment with IgN, something like that, or cancer treatment. Alright, and then the medical expenses for fertility treatment for self or spouse. Alright, so altogether under this category it equals 8,000 ringgit. Alright, and then okay, so for the full medical checkup, including COVID-19 detection tests and vaccination expenses which qualify for deduction, alright, so this one is restricted to 1,000 ringgit. Alright, next category under child-related deductions. Alright, so for each unmarried child, okay, unmarried child below 18 years old, okay, is eligible to make a claim of 2,000. I mean, the taxpayer can make a claim of 2,000 ringgit for each unmarried child, okay, below 18 years old. Okay, and then for the each unmarried child above 18 years old, alright, but receiving full-time education. Alright, so if let's say the children is receiving full-time education like matriculations, okay, matriculations or preparatory courses, so he or she can make a claim for the unmarried child above 18 years old for 2,000 ringgit who are receiving full-time education. And then for the each unmarried child 18 years old and above, okay, who further education diploma and above. Okay, right? So for just now, for matriculation or preparatory courses, okay, for sijil pun yang ni juga 2,000 ringgit. And then for the diploma, for the children who furthering diploma and above, diploma, degree, masters or PhD but still unmarried, so the parents can make a claim for that unmarried child, okay, for 8,000 ringgit per year. Okay, the tax relief for the each unmarried child. So please take note, for the children, you cannot make a claim for tax relief for the fees, but you can claim for the unmarried child who receiving diploma and above. Okay, so the tax relief is 8,000 ringgit. Okay, next, the childcare fees to registered childcare center kindergarten. Alright, so this tax relief is amounted to 3,000 ringgit. Alright, so but this one is only applicable for a child aged 6 years old and below. Okay, and then relief can be claimed either by husband or wife. Alright, and then for the disabled child, you can claim up to 6,000 ringgit. So if the taxpayer having the disabled child, 6,000 ringgit. And then there is additional for the disabled child, okay, who is still unmarried and then pursuing diploma. Okay, pursuing diploma or higher qualifications. So there is additional 8,000 for that disabled child. So 6,000 plus 8,000. So altogether is 14,000. Alright, so if the disabled child is pursuing diploma and above. Alright, the last category is contributions. Alright, so for the contributions, if the taxpayer has paid for the life insurance or EPF, okay, please take note that for the pensionable public servant, he or she can make a claim or the tax relief for the KWSP, EPF or life insurance altogether 7,000 ringgit. Or other than pensionable public servant, okay, so other than pensionable public servant, dia ada pecahan dia. So 3,000 maximum for the life insurance and 4,000 maximum for the EPF. Okay. And then next for the SOCSO, if he or she has a contribution for SOCSO, so there is a tax relief of 250 per year. And then if he or she having a deferred annuity of the PRS, private retirement scheme, okay, so there is 3,000, okay, 3,000 ringgit tax relief for the deferred annuity of PRS. And then if the taxpayer paid for education and medical insurance, so this one is applicable for individual, spouse and children. So if he or she paying for the himself or herself and paying for the spouse or paying for the children, so he or she can make a claim or tax relief for this category up to 3,000 ringgit. And then the last item is for the SSPN, right? So the tax relief for the SSPN maximum is 8,000 ringgit, so which is a net deposit. Okay, net deposit meaning deposit, okay, deposit minus or less the withdrawal. Okay, so if let's say that year he or she deposited 10,000 ringgit but has made a withdrawal of 1,000 ringgit, okay, so the maximum relief for the SSPN is 8,000 ringgit. Okay, so you have to minus with the withdrawal first. Okay, so that's all for this video. Okay, so later after this we are going to try to answer the past year questions using the tax relief of year assessment 2021. Thank you.